set for the week. So, can you tell us two of the questions you get most frequently about personal finance, whether it is about making money, saving, investing, or even management? And what do you usually respond when people ask you these questions?
Okay, I think the oldest one is people ask me, can I put my money on my mattress? Okay, I would say no to that actually, but I'm joking aside. Right?
Okay.
I think the very first one people ask me, is do I need to have so much money to invest?
Right.
Because I honestly think that, in the Nigeria space, this idea of investor, we even have an Instagram act that goes investor. People affiliate investments to a lot of money. Right.
True.
So people say things like, how much money do I actually need
in my account?
You understand? I need to have so much money. People see it as, have I reached the stage to invest? But I actually, tell them, look, start small.
Okay.
Right. With everything you pretty much make, you can, invest some amount of it. You can understand, how you spend and things I'll actually speak about as we continue in the evening. I think the second one, is pretty much people asking me, do I save in local currency or do I save in foreign currency? People always think that you're an investor, you feel, when is the dollar coming to $1 to $1? Do we buy now? And
buy now or wait?
And then people feel like you're a soothsayer, like you have one crystal ball in your room that says buy dollar now. But it doesn't really happen. Like what I tell people is, look. What are your reasons, for saving?
Wanting to save?
Are you looking at inflation? Are you looking at what the currency market is saying? Are you looking at local yields? What are you looking at? Or are you just saying you want to spend dollars, when you travel or whatever it is? However it is, I always tell people, what? The dollars you really need to spend, right? Stagger it, right? Buy some now, hold or whatever foreign currency you want to buy, hold, and then you can take positions later, right? Local and foreign, whatever you want to do, just hold yourself and then take it in small bits, and then you'll be better for it.
So it's actually great to know, but when you say that we should save now, some people are not excited about that. But you know what? I'm glad that you actually put some things to bed, so we're not having to put our monies under the
mattress.
under the mattress,
of course,
which isn't something we should be doing in this day and age.
At all.
Because if water comes, it will take it away and it will rot. Anyways, moving away from that, now let's actually talk about something that is pertinent and for us to get into, which is saving. Is there a difference between saving and investing? Because sometimes it seems as if they're the same thing, but sometimes it also seems like no.
I know it's a popular question people actually ask as well. Let me give a very ground rooted analogy to explain it. Right? Okay. Saving is like having, let's say you have 2 kids. Okay. Or investing, well, you have 2 kids, right? And one of them, you tell yourself, this is my rockabout child, or this is my tough child, right? You send that child to the gym, right? Enroll in the gym from a day old. Child is running, doing dumbbells, doing all that stuff, curls and all of that stuff. And you expect that, in 5 years, this child should be, well built, well sporty, agile and all of that.
Right.
And then the second child that you always invest in shoes, nice sneakers, nice chocolates. The child's bed is, well padded with pillows.
Okay.
And you just tell yourself, I want this child to sleep well. I want this my baby, right? This child is comfortable, whatever it is, right? In 5 years, what you have is that one child most likely would be strong, agile, willing to take on the world. The next child would probably be, comfortable anyways, but probably would not be as...
He'll be sheltered.
Exactly. Right. So savings is actually like buying sneakers for your money. Right?
Okay.
And telling your money, you can sit pretty, you can be there, you can be, look all nice for me, put in a bank account, whatever it is, or under your mattress, whatever it is.
Let me just be looking at it that's there.
Exactly. I love that. You see 1 million naira a lot, you're like, ooh.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. But investing really is about telling your money, okay, this is 1 million naira. But
go work.
I mean, you need to bring younger brothers, you need to do something for me. Like you're 1 million naira today, but, in a few months, I need you to be 1 million and something like, so you send it to the gym essentially. So that's really the difference. And what we do is we try to explain to people that there is an equilibrium line between saving and investing, where you can actually save but at the same time investing. And I believe that I will talk about that later. I like to call it investing, actually, where you can have your cake and eat it.
Who doesn't want to eat their cake and have it? We all want it at the same time. Eat our cake, have it, enjoy every bit of it. So now that we're even talking about that, how does inflation actually affect our savings? Because now we've put our money, we're looking at it. We're afraid that if we take this money elsewhere, something else will happen to it, but inflation happens. How do we manage that?
I think inflation is one of the most popular party crashers, I like to say. Right?
Indeed, it is a party crasher.
So I think there's this funny video I saw one time online where some guy was eating food, and then he had a visitor, and then he hid the food somewhere. And then before he could come back, dog had gone there, eating it.
Oh, my days.
I think, really, that's really particular to what's happening right now, where people just keep their money and it's not doing anything for them. Inflation is actually a moving factor. Okay. So if you do not guard against it, might erode some of what you have earned. And what happens is the more money is in the system, the more sometimes price of goods actually, really rise. So of course, the government tries to, increase interest rates. People say, they're jacking interest rates up. What happens? I think what happens is, for education people, so that people don't think it's technical. What happens is when there's so much money in the system, right, and people keep buying goods and services, chances are that those goods will rise.
Yeah.
Right. If you see my haircut now and you say, "Oh, how much did you make? Cut your hair?" and I say, 1,000 naira. You're like, "Well, my brother to look like this, or my boyfriend to look like this," and then I take them to go cut their hair. In 2 months, if 100 people come cut, you think the barber wants to increase the
patronage? Are you joking?
Or you like my shoes or something? If I buy these shoes for 5K and then I take 10 more people, there's every chance that the price will go high.
The price will go up.
But what happens in Nigeria, I must say, is that rather than if you do not increase interest rates, what happens is that when that shoe becomes too expensive, people now look for a smaller shoe to buy. People have one.
It might not be the exact quality, but they will look for something within that same range that they can afford
to spend money. And the truth is, that's not really what the government wants. The government wants you to save your money, right? So rather than say, "Oh, I'm eating this particular type of noodles, is now higher, I'll go for a smaller one," what the government wants you to do is to save that money. Because the truth of the matter is,
don't even buy the noodles.
Don't buy the noodles. Because you don't need those noodles. You actually don't. Well, maybe you need one. Okay, maybe you need one or two. But you're spending that money because you have that money to spend, But what the government does is to hike interest rates so that you'd have a better incentive to actually save money, right? And instead of spending that money, so it helps you understand how much money do I need to spend, and how much money can I just really put to use, essentially. So that's it.
Okay, great stuff. Interesting. So you know what? If you don't have the right knowledge, they say you should always ask questions, and those who ask questions, they find the right path, by the way. Okay, so now let's even talk about people trying to get out of this funk and make some money. How can people now make the most out of their savings despite having all this inflation there?
So I'll tell people to just start from the basics, right? Start looking at securities to invest money in. Nothing technical. The groundwork will just be mutual funds.
Okay.
Right? Mutual funds give you an opportunity to put your money aside, right, while you're earning interest, and the interest is compounding during a particular period. What I mean is that if you have 1,000 naira right now and you put that 1,000 naira in the mutual fund, what happens is that it starts to earn interest every day.
Okay.
And then probably most times after 3 months or a quarter, it compounds. So if after a quarter it has earned, let's say for a second conversation, 200 naira, right? Don't laugh. A little dose of water
makes a nice situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. So yes. I'm not disputing that one.
Exactly. Because I also have only 1,000 in my account right now. So you're laughing at me, and I'm offended.
My apologies.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So yes,
Trust me, Alicia does not. You wouldn't. If you check his account, you know it's not true.
It's packaging. It's people like you that they package. It's packaging. You've smelled small perfume that I borrowed before I came here, and you think that I have that money. Oh. Okay. So yeah, if he gets that amount of interest, after 3 months, and it compounds. So for month 4, what you have is 1,200 naira, which is 1,000 naira from your principal, and then 200. Now, what mutual funds help you also do is that if between that time you invested and when it compounds and you won't take out maybe a bit of cash, what you withdraw from is your principal, not your interest. Right, so after 3 months, you can look at your statement and be like, okay, that money,
actually yielded something.
You did something for me, and what you can see is your net balance, which is what your principal has gotten for you.
Right.
So that's way. So start with mutual funds, and from there you can graduate to other, investment opportunities. Of course, mutual funds you move to fixed deposits, and then from there you can move to bonds, and then from bonds you can move to equities. And when people say equities or stocks, they say, I know. Time I put my money in stocks in 1985, it became whatever. It starts small. Starts small.
We've seen improvement. So, quick one, because our time's almost fast spent.
Sure.
Are there any instruments that AXA Mansard Investments has to help people, make the best out of their monies?
Of course, we have the AXA Mansard Money Market Fund. That's our baseline product, right? Currently offering very competitive returns in the markets right now. And of course, it's the number one investment product right now on our platform. That's www.axamansard.com to sign up. What happens is that it gives you an opportunity to have, a wide range of securities where you can save money, and then of course get, real-time updates. Our online channels are very fast and effective. So when you load money, people say, I want to be seeing my money. So when you sign up, you pay money in. We have instant payment systems where you pay money into a customized account for your own fund. So wherever anybody pays money for in the entire world, you see it, and you can log in any time of the day, and of course check your balance. You can see, my money was just how many yesterday. It's already jumped up. You feel more encouraged.
Tracking.
So you can do that essentially.
Great stuff. All right, so. I know that there's so much more that they can reach out to, but thank you so much for giving us all this insight, especially for those who are afraid of equities. You don't need to be afraid anymore. Lisa has actually shed insight on that one. So, if you have more questions you want to ask, the right questions, you can reach out to AXA Mansard by visiting their website at www.axamansard.com, or you can call their toll-free line, which is 0700 AXA Mansard. However, on their social media platforms, which is very active, you can reach out to them on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at AXA Mansard. However, on Instagram, it is AXA Mansard _. Well, AXA Mansard comes your way Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. Until Wednesday, when we'll have another insightful conversation, probably regarding your health. You need to stay tuned to Smooth 98.1.
AXA Mansard Safe Cruise. Brought to you by AXA Mansard Insurance PLC. AXA, know you can.